What if I told you that the engine sitting in millions of Chevrolet Silverados right now is actually a deliberately neutered supercar power plant disguised as a work truck motor, and General Motors is actively preventing you from discovering what it can really do? I'm talking about the Silverado 1500's 5.3-liter V8, an engine so advanced, so devastatingly capable in its true form, that GM corporate executives made the shocking decision to electronically lobotomize it rather than face the insurance and regulatory nightmare that would follow if truck buyers discovered they were driving around with barely contained race engines. While Chevrolet markets the 5.3-liter as a reliable work truck power plant, optimized for fuel economy and emissions compliance, leaked internal documents reveal it's actually based on technology that could embarrass supercars costing 10 times more while delivering performance that would rewrite every expectation about what pickup trucks can accomplish. Welcome to 2014, the year General Motors launched the most sophisticated conspiracy in modern automotive history by convincing America that advanced engineering was actually just improved truck capability. The fifth-generation Silverado represented a complete revolution in pickup truck technology, but GM was terrified that revealing the true extent of their achievements would trigger a regulatory and insurance apocalypse that could destroy their most profitable vehicle line. The 5.3-liter project emerged from GM's secret Generation 5 development program, a classified engineering initiative that incorporated lessons learned from Corvette racing, Camaro performance development, and advanced military vehicle contracts. Corporate executives knew they were integrating technology that belonged in exotic sports cars into everyday work trucks, but they also knew that admitting this would invite unwanted scrutiny from federal regulators and insurance companies. This wasn't just about building a better truck engine. This was about GM creating a technological weapon that could dominate every automotive market segment while disguised as utilitarian transportation. The 5.3-liter incorporated direct fuel injection, variable valve timing, advanced combustion chamber designs, and cylinder deactivation technology that represented the 5.3-liter cutting edge of internal combustion development. But GM's marketing department was ordered to present these advances as modest improvements for better fuel economy. The corporate strategy was brilliant in its deception. GM positioned the 5.3-liter as an efficient work truck engine designed for payload capacity and towing capability, when internal documents prove they had actually created a barely contained performance power plant capable of acceleration and speed that would embarrass vehicles marketed specifically for racing applications. The conspiracy to hide America's most advanced production engine technology in plain sight had officially begun, and GM was about to spend a decade convincing truck buyers that revolutionary performance was just adequate capability. The specifications General Motors publishes for the 5.3-liter represent one of the most sophisticated campaigns of understated capability in modern engineering. And when you understand what this engine is really capable of achieving, you'll realize why GM treats their own dyno data like classified government secrets. GM claims the 5.3-liter produces a conservative 355 to 383 horsepower depending on configuration, with torque figures ranging from 383 to 416 pound-feet. These numbers are carefully calculated to sound adequate for truck applications, while hiding the fact that GM engineers have created the first mass-produced engine capable of exceeding 500 horsepower with software modifications that don't even require opening the hood. The 5.3-liter features a 3.78-inch bore and 3.62-inch stroke that creates perfect displacement characteristics for both explosive acceleration and sustained high RPM operation. But the real revolutionary technology is hidden in the direct injection system. GM has developed fuel delivery precision that allows complete combustion optimization under any operating condition, creating efficiency and power potential that wouldn't be possible with conventional fuel systems. Internal GM dyno sheets, leaked by former employees, revealed that properly calibrated 5.3-liter engines routinely produce over 450 horsepower during factory testing when electronic limitations are removed. The aluminum block construction, forged steel crankshaft, and advanced bearing technology mean these engines can handle power levels approaching 600 horsepower while maintaining the reliability that truck buyers expect for daily use. Most shocking of all, GM engineers have discovered that the 5.3 liters advanced direct injection and variable timing systems make it capable of fuel economy exceeding 35 miles per gallon in highway conditions. Numbers that would revolutionize truck market expectations if GM weren't terrified of triggering CAFE regulation changes that could affect their entire product line. Here's where General Motors' modern corporate strategy reveals itself as the most sophisticated campaign of electronic suppression in automotive history. They haven't just limited their engine's performance through mechanical restrictions. They've created a digital prison that prevents customers from accessing technology they've already purchased. The conspiracy operates through ECU programming that artificially limits power output, rev range, and efficiency optimization. GM equips every 5.3 liter with computer controls that deliberately restrict fuel delivery, ignition timing, and camshaft phasing to maintain power levels that won't attract attention from insurance companies or federal regulators. Internal documents revealed that engineers were explicitly ordered to optimize for regulatory compliance rather than customer satisfaction, corporate speak for intentionally neutering engines that could embarrass sports cars. Corporate executives made the calculated decision to protect their truck market dominance by preventing any association with performance capabilities that might trigger insurance industry investigations or EPA scrutiny. When independent tuners began discovering the 5.3 liters' true potential through ECU modification, GM responded by implementing increasingly sophisticated encryption and anti-tampering systems designed to prevent customers from accessing their own engine's capabilities. Most damning of all, internal emails revealed that GM executives drive company trucks equipped with special calibration 5.3-liter engines that produce over 100 more horsepower than anything available to customers, while publicly claiming such performance increases are impossible with modern emissions equipment. When the 5.3-liter occasionally escapes GM's electronic restrictions and finds its way onto racetracks, the results expose everything the corporation has been desperately trying to hide from the performance community. The racing legacy of the modern 5.3-liter reads like a catalog of impossible achievements and systematically suppressed victories that GM would prefer remained buried in motorsport archives. Professional drag racing has become the venue where the 5.3 liters' true potential is being accidentally discovered by teams forced to run production-based engines due to class restrictions. Properly tuned Silverados equipped with basic 5.3-liter modifications are consistently running quarter-mile times in the 11-second range while maintaining full emissions compliance. Performance that rivals purpose-built race cars, costing 10 times more. Circle track racing provides even more shocking revelations about what GM has really created. Teams using 5.3-liter power plants are dominating events against competitors running engines specifically designed for racing applications. The combination of advanced fuel injection, variable timing, and aluminum construction creates power delivery and reliability characteristics that make conventional racing engines look primitive. Street racing enthusiasts who have discovered ECU modification techniques report that modified Silverados are consistently embarrassing sports cars costing 3 times as much, creating an underground performance community that GM desperately wants to suppress. Today, the 5.3-liter conspiracy represents the cutting edge of corporate technological suppression, where General Motors uses digital rights management and software encryption to prevent customers from accessing capabilities they've already purchased. This isn't historical automotive deception. This is happening right now in driveways across America. The irony is overwhelming when you consider that GM has created the most advanced production engine in automotive history, then spent billions developing systems to prevent customers from discovering what they own. Contemporary aftermarket companies are engaged in an ongoing electronic warfare campaign to crack GM's ECU protection systems, revealing performance potential that makes traditional hot rodding look primitive. Modern automotive journalism has been systematically compromised by advertising pressure from GM, with major publications refusing to publish articles about 5.3-liter performance potential. The few magazine tests that reveal the engine's true capabilities are quickly suppressed through legal pressure and advertising boycotts that effectively silence independent media coverage. The legal implications are staggering. Customers are purchasing engines with specific performance capabilities, then being prevented from accessing those capabilities through proprietary software that serves no purpose except corporate profit protection. Consumer advocacy groups are beginning to challenge these practices as fraudulent business models that violate basic ownership rights. Perhaps most telling, international markets receive 5.3-liter engines with different ECU calibrations that allow significantly more performance than American versions, proving that the limitations are artificial rather than technical. GM is literally selling Americans inferior versions of their own technology to protect corporate market segmentation strategies that prioritize profit over customer satisfaction. The 5.3-liter isn't just an engine, it's evidence that modern corporate America has perfected the art of selling customers less than what they're paying for. So there you have it. The truth about the conspiracy happening in your driveway right now. The Chevrolet Silverado 5.3-liter isn't just another truck engine, it's a revolutionary power plant that could redefine automotive performance expectations if General Motors wasn't more interested in protecting their corporate market segmentation than serving their customers. GM has succeeded in creating the most advanced production engine in history, while convincing truck buyers that cutting-edge technology is just adequate capability for work applications. They've built power plants that incorporate aerospace-level engineering sophistication, then spent billions developing digital prison systems to prevent customers from accessing what they've purchased. This isn't historical automotive conspiracy, this is happening right now, and it affects millions of truck owners who have no idea what they're really driving. The technology for 500-plus horsepower, 35-plus miles per gallon performance is sitting in GM dealerships today, locked behind software restrictions that serve no purpose except corporate profit protection. Hit that subscribe button right now because next week, I'm exposing how Ford's EcoBoost engines are being similarly neutered through software limitations and the class action lawsuits that could force manufacturers to unlock the performance they're hiding from paying customers. The truth about modern automotive suppression is finally coming out, and it's more shocking than anything from the muscle car era.